Manifestors, it's your girl Nadia Victoria on this Thursday, January 26, 2023. January is moving on out of the way. We just bought in the new year, you guys. But either way, it doesn't matter what day it is. If you click on this video, if you something draws you here, that's the perfect time, because these are messages for spirit and from spirit. So whenever you hit it, there's something there for you whenever you click on it. However, let me just say this. If I say anything that makes you want to high five your device, which is your phone, your cell phone, your TV, whatever, I'm talking about your phone or your cell phone. I mean like your phone, your laptop, your iPad, whatever, go ahead on and hit that like button. And if, it's so good that it reminds you of a conversation that somebody else had with you the other day, you know what I'm saying? Or it reminds you of somebody else's situation, I want you to go ahead on and share it, but if nothing else, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, so that you can get all of this great energy, all of these messages from divine creator spirit. All right. Whatever you call them. But without further ado, God, I thank you for this day. I thank you for each and every person that's here. I ask that you cover us from the crown of our head to the soles of our feet. Let me just relax here with your divine white light of love, comforting all of us who need comforting, God. God, we ask also that you keep that fiery wall of protection shielded all about us, God. Every ounce of us, cover us, God, with that fiery wall of protection. So whatever darts, whatever energy that's negative, that's sent against us to try to confine us or stagnate us or even kill us, any negative energy, hex, curse, spell, ritual, whatever that's done against us, we ask that you send it right on back to the sender. Just detour it right on back where it came from, and let them get it 1,000-fold return, because that's the only way the ass gonna learn. And then, God, I ask that you I give you full permission to take complete control of all of me, because I want you to flow freely. I want you to speak with power, authority, and clarity, God. I ask that you speak in such a way that it gives the answers to somebody's questions, solutions to somebody's problem, and give someone the guidance that they're needing along their path. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yes, y'all, so after meditation, sometimes I be floating, so I have to try to bring myself back down. But yes, so what I heard Spirit say is slow down, little baby. Okay, slow down. Okay, and what that means when Spirit said to me is always operate out of, as much as you can, your spiritual responding mechanisms. Okay, responding spiritually instead of mentally. Okay, respond with your mind, and respond with the spirit and versus just your mind. Okay, and what I mean by that is slow down, little baby, because say for instance somebody may be coming towards you or has come towards you before, and they're all hyped, right? And now here you are, they almost got you hyped, and you about to go run out and do something you don't necessarily, you wouldn't necessarily do if you were not following somebody else's energetic, aura or whatever, right? For example, say for instance, like your mama called you, your mama's grown, you grown. Oh, this man just hit me. Now here you go. Okay. Oh, and your sister called you or your mama called you, she pissed off, whatever. Now here you go running over to your mama house to jump on this man, right? And the next thing you know, you over there, you getting into a fight, or you done got shot, or something goes awry during that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you need to operate out of your spirit and not out of your mind, okay? Because your mind will lead you in the wrong places. And people just will throw things at you, and they get you consumed in in the energy that they have, because their energy is so strong. Say for instance, how when we have new babies and the baby may have fell and bumped his head, right? And the mom will be like, Oh my God, we had to take him to the hospital. We had to take him to the hospital. Now she's running and about to take him to the hospital, and all he did was just bump his head. All he needed was a little comforting and put a little piece of ice up there, right? You know what I'm saying? So Spirit's saying, slow down, little baby. Don't get caught up in nobody else's mess. Don't let nobody else's because they're not balanced, bring you off balance. And we talked about that earlier this week. So that's interesting how Spirit about that. Stay balanced. Don't you fall off balance following behind nobody else who's off balance. Okay. So yes, operate out of your spirit, the way God wants you to move, what you know to be true for yourself. Okay. Or somebody may come to you about your job. Oh, they making all these changes on this job, and Lord have mercy, and I'm finna quit or whatever. And then here you go. Yeah, I'm about to quit too. Like, well, they ain't finna try me like that. How they gonna pump me like that? And now you done jumped in on the bandwagon with them when all you gotta do is just tap in. Because you know that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. You know, this is a spiritual thing we do. We don't fight with our hands. We can fight spiritually. All we got to do is take that to God, and God, handle this. Handle this. You know what? You know, I like my shift that I currently work on. Please don't allow them to make any changes to my shift, my pay, unless they make an increase to my pay. Okay. So you have to speak spiritually. You know what I'm saying? You know, if somebody pull you like, oh, well, I'm going, what? Like, wait a minute. Hold on. Slow down. I'm getting ready to run with you over here to quit my job. I'm getting ready to run over here with you to go fight somebody. And that ain't got nothing to do with me, number one. But number two, no, let me rethink this thing. Am I operating out of my mind and out of the energy that you're bringing? Or am I operating out of the divine spirit? I know who God is, and I'm not getting ready to worry. You know what I'm saying? Even if they do something on this job that I don't like, I can always find another one. And I believe that God will open up the doors for me to get another one if things don't go here. I got to operate like I know God. Okay? So not out of your mind, out of your spirit. And that leads to the next thing that Spirit was saying for me. And this is something that a great bishop I love always says, thinking ain't knowing. Okay? Y'all need to coin that phrase. Thinking ain't knowing. Okay? You can think a certain way and you can be totally wrong. That's why it's so important that we stay in our spiritual side and stay connected to spirit. You can say you spiritual. If you ain't putting that work in where you are actually willing to spend quiet time with God and learn his voice, because God ain't that ego that's loud. And you know what I'm saying? That's loud and all talking all loud and crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to understand when God is speaking, God don't speak like that. Unless it's a strong warning coming at you, he usually speaks very quietly and peacefully. Okay? So when that's that side of you like, oh, whatever, ready to get crunk, whatever, sometimes you need to check because thinking ain't knowing. Okay? So when I say thinking ain't knowing, you know, there's a way that seems right. Okay? But at the end, it's destruction, right? That's biblical, but it's really the truth, because we can look at a situation from the outside and we think we know what's going on. We looking at the hand movements, we looking at the lips moving, but we can't hear. We just think we know. Okay, so it's important for us to be able to, you know, really assess the situation and know, or really talk to God so that we can be guided, you know. Because here's the thing, we will talk ourselves when we, especially thinking ain't knowing, and sometimes we overthink. Okay, we go to thinking, say for instance, you got a bill, an unexpected bill that's done came in the mail. The IRS done told you you owe them $450 or $800, or Lord behold, some thousands. Okay, and you immediately go down this dark hole like, how I'm gonna do this, and now you're tripping out and you're flipping out, and now you done thought about, you know, this bill. I don't care if it was a bill you forgot about from, you know, 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It done found you again. And now here you go to worrying and stressing. How am I going to do this? And now you done took yourself 15, 20 minutes thinking and worrying all deep into a deep hole. Okay? When all you got to do is trust God. Listen to your spirit. Spirit is talking, but your ego is much louder. So you got to shut that ego down. And you do that through consistent meditation, consistent connection with God, consistent prayer, talking and listening. Okay? That's when you learn how to do that. Because not only can you send yourself into a dark hole of worry, stress, doubt. Now you're so far from who spirit is, you can also go in the opposite direction. You overthink things. God has presented, an opportunity for you. You done overthought it so much, like, but what if this happened? But what if that happened? But what if this happened? What if that happened? And now you done talk yourself out of a blessing when you could have been, things could have been easier for you if you would have just not overthought it or thought too long. And now somebody else done came forth and now they got the blessing because you done took too long questioning God, like, God, is this really you? This beautiful opportunity? I understand that some things they say too good to be true, but some you gotta understand, just going back to yesterday, that you are worthy and deserving of blessings. Okay. So if your boss call you, hey, you've been doing a great job and we want to offer you this position, and you looking like me, and they say asking you to take a little time to think about it, and you send them to go home, and you're like, but Lord, but what if I, but you've been something, you clearly don't put that kind of energy out into the universe that you want blessings, you want financial growth, you want prosperity, and now here God is trying to give it to you, and now you overthinking instead of tapping in spiritually. Okay. I'm guilty of that. So God is speaking to me as well. God, y'all, I tried to organize these notes a little bit better today. But yes, and then Spirit also said, don't be so quick to dismiss things. You know what I'm saying? You know how I'm getting so many different thoughts coming, y'all. Forgive me. Say for instance, a child comes up to you, your grandchild comes up to you, but you're in the middle of something, right? And you're on the phone with your mama. You on the phone with your husband. You on the phone with your wife or your girlfriend, your boo, or you're too busy doing this, and they come up to you, daddy, or mommy, and you like, child, and then you just keep going and you talking on that phone or doing what you doing, and then they come back, mommy, daddy, and then you like, what? And then they like, oh, the toilet is running over in the bathroom. It's water everywhere. You like, well, what the hell? Well, you told me to go sit down. Okay, you told me to go. Don't be so quick to dismiss. Listen. Okay, listen. Even in these videos, don't be so quick to be like, oh, she ain't talking about nothing today. You don't know what spirit gonna say by the end, okay? And see, here's the thing. We start thinking like, oh, we done arrived to a certain level. Like, we don't need that. That ain't for me. But you know what? Like I told y'all the other day, I know to use Epsom salt for, when your feet or when you're swelling or for any aches and pains. But because I was so caught up in that situation with my daughter and just kind of not thinking of it, when I sat down and meditated, Spirit brought it back to me. Okay. I know it, but it had not even crossed my mind. But I guarantee you, when Spirit told me to do it, I guarantee you her foot, she put them crutches down. She walked into school today. She got a little limp, but she ain't got no crutches today. Okay. So don't be so quick to dismiss anybody, or I don't care if it's a drunken on the road. If he's telling you to chill out, and don't go that way, don't go that way. Okay. I'm running over you guys. I got to stop it here. I love you. All my information in the description box. Have a great day. Oh, if you like this shirt, manifestationgoddessllc.com.